Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today going to be taking a look at a motorbike game. Yes, I was sent a code to a MotoGP 21 and, well, I was curious to give it a try. See, we played 2020, it was on Game Pass, we messed around for a bit, fell off the bikes a lot, had quite a good time, really, doing some multiplayer racing. But I've never really got into motorbike games. I know nothing about them, so I decided to have a little bit more of a try with this one. Again, I shall be honest, right from the off, I'm doing this pseudo-review, if you like, having not really played any of the previous MotoGP games, so I don't know the differences between this and the previous one all that much, and I know nothing about bikes. I enjoy racing, bike racing is cool, but I don't know a thing about them. So it's just, I'm going into this as someone who, doesn't really likes motorsport, but doesn't really know anything about this side of it. And I have to say, I have been enjoying my time with it. Now, I'm going to start off by driving. Where did we go? Here. We're going to Portugal. I've been driving this track, trying to learn this track a little bit. It's probably the circuit I am most comfortable with on this game. Really good fun circuit. I'm starting with the Moto 3 bikes, because, again, these are the ones that I've been riding the most and are the closest to something resembling comfortable. We'll have a go with the MotoGP bikes a little bit later on, don't worry. So let's start off. So we're doing this as a kind of a quick race, if you will. You can set these up if you want all to run through all your free practices and warm-ups and so on. We're just going to jump straight into qualifying and hope that I can do something resembling okay in this one. Of course, there is your full career mode. It's quite an in-depth career mode, I have to say. You can create your own team, you can ride for other teams, and so on. If you like that sort of thing, which I'm a big fan of, I like the Formula 1 games where you can work your way through teams and so on. I've always liked that kind of proper career aspect, and this one does do it very, very well indeed. I have spent more of my time in kind of this sort of part of the game, just trying to learn it, because it is a difficult thing to get to grips with, because it is so very different to what I'm used to racing. The lines you take are all very different. Now, we are doing qualifying. So, I feel like, I don't know what the light bulb means. Does the light bulb mean we're supposed to go for that? You can mix up your tyre compounds as well, which confused the crap out of me at one point. You can have a soft front tyre and a medium rear tyre, which is going to, I feel like soft, that might be the car racer part of me going, yes, let's go for all soft tyres is going to be good for a qualifying run. I feel like that, I don't know, we're going to give it a try anyway. So, yeah, let's go find out what happens, see how quickly we can fall off the bike. As far as handling physics go, I have no idea what is even remotely close to a bike. I imagine it would be quite difficult to get a bike handling done on a controller. It's difficult enough doing cars with a controller, let alone a bike on a controller, so it's never going to be perfect. What I will say is that from a gaming aspect, this is good fun. It's difficult to get used to, there's a lot to learn. I have some assists on, like traction control and anti-wheelie and all of that kind of thing. Doesn't mean you're not going to get yourself into a fair bit of trouble. You get less trouble, but you can still get yourself into a fair bit of trouble, even with that kind of stuff on. So, there are a couple of other assists as well. I do have separate brakes on here. I'm trying to learn that. I will inevitably forget and end up just stop using the rear brake, or using the rear brake too much. It's all a learning experience, really. But yeah, it's a rewarding handling, definitely. Oh, are we going to stop down here? I think so, just about. Because there's a lot of different things, a lot of different lines as well that go on with racing bikes. We'll see it potentially when it gets to the race side of things. There are ways you can overtake that are very, very different than you would find with a car. Ooh, okay, that's fine. And of course, you can fall off a bike. You can't fall off a car unless you're trying really hard. So, oh no, you can wheelie a bike. I do remember from playing motorbike games of old, grab the rear brake if it starts wheeling, and that'll hopefully settle it down a little bit. You'll lose a little bit of time, of course, because you are braking, but it does sort the back of the bike out, or sort the front. It stops you from doing a backflip, basically, which would be bad. Right, so I'm not sure this has been a great lap by me, particularly. I don't know, 55. Oh, I should be able to do 55. That should be fine. I have set the difficulty to what was, what I thought was about right for me. I'm not sure. It's red, but showing minus. Isn't minus normally good? Isn't it normally a couple of tenths up? Ooh, this final corner is terrifying. We're fine around there. Just keep foot down all the way to the finish line now. Again, remember, these are the slow bikes. I think there's a rookie Red Bull like rookie series that's maybe slower than this. I'm not sure, but these are like the entry level bikes. We are across the line. Hey, that's more like it. Okay, maybe I got my difficulty a little wrong. Damn it, have I got faster than I was expecting? I mean, it's a good problem to have suddenly got faster than you were expecting. But there we go. Oh, mannequin, slow down. I'm not sure this lap here is going particularly well. Oh, where are we going through there? As I say, lines, lots of different... I say lots of different... There are different ways of getting through a corner, differently, especially when you're battling wheel to wheel. Other things you've got to be aware of course, running over curbs, at funny angles can spit you off the bike. Just a whole load of things to contend with. And I like that. I love the challenge. I've said this before, whenever I'm playing a slightly different kind of racing game, sort of racing I'm not familiar with, whether it be trucks, whether it be bikes. I love the challenge of having to try and, you know, take rough knowledge and adapt it to whatever. Get back down, thank you. Not quite got that corner right. This is a great track, by the way. I absolutely love this track. Really, really good fun to ride around. Good fun to drive around in the car as well. It's especially terrifying on a bike when I'm not really comfortable with what I'm doing. This lap's gone away. I think I've killed my tyres in this, so yeah, we probably won't be doing the race on these tyres because they'll... If I got 50%, we've completely murdered the tyres in a lap. Okay, so the gap's not quite as big between me and the other bikes. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that we might have a competitive race, at least. I'd say that's probably as good as we're going to get on this set of tyres. Do we go again? We think we've got loads of tyres because we don't do practice and we don't swap tyres in the race. So I think we can go for... do I have to worry about braking for the pit? I don't actually know this. Can I just blast it into the pit and will it sort itself out? Yes, it sorts itself out. Jesus, the G-force we would have done there. There might, to be honest, there might have been a setting to deal with manual pit stops. I don't remember. You're not really supposed to be ever using the pit lane at the end of the day because you don't. Not like in Formula 1 games, for example, where a pit stop is an important part of the race. With the bikes, they don't have that. We have slaughtered them tyres. What have we got live timings? Oh, they're getting close. Okay, this is looking more like it. Ooh, they're getting closer with... Oh dear. I guess we're going to stick on another set of softs and go again. I don't believe there's any rule about starting on whatever tyre you qualify with. So many different motorsports, trying to figure out what each of them bloody have. Oh, nope, don't want setups. Want these tyres. Can I get some brand new soft tyres on my bicycle, please? There we go, that'll do. We'll go to track. I'm not going to worry about the time, if you will. Maybe there might be some track evolution. Like, there may be plenty of depths to this game that I just don't know. Or I say I don't know, that I would never be able to experience, if you'd like. Because I'm nowhere near fast enough. We're playing this on 55% AI, I think. And this seems, as you can see from the times, seems to be about right. Yeah, when you start getting faster and faster, there may well be more depths, if you like, to the game. But as I say, I'm taking this as a view from someone who doesn't necessarily know bike games, and that's fair enough because there may well be people who, you know, aren't familiar with the MotoGP, aren't familiar with the bike racing, and want to try and get into it. And you've got to have a game that can cater to them as well. If it's that's a terrible start to this lap. If it only caters to the most hardcore fans, you know. No one's going to want to try it, and I'd say this seems to, for me at least, this has done a good job of easing me into it. But there's enough assists that you can get to grips with kind of just the basics of riding biking. You can gradually turn them off and see how it goes. Can we get that corner right? Where am I going? I'm not 100% sure I've done this one correctly. Jump on the power as soon as we dare. Okay, well, this lap's going a bit better, considering we had a crappy start. If we manage to go faster this time around, there's definitely more speed in the bike. This corner, I like this corner, but really easy to get it wrong, get yourself in trouble. I'm completely melting my rear tyre. Is that it looks bad, is red going on. Bike, come down, come down. No, fly with a wheelie the whole way over there. Is that fast? I feel like that's probably not the way to go somehow. It looks cool. Don't think that's going to set me a good lap time. We're really... How are we melting the rear tyre so much this time around? Are soft tyres not the way to go with bikes? Well, my gap at the front. So we need to get top 4 to go into the next round of qualifying? Oh, God. We're not going to be starting on pole, I don't think. My rear tyre is all of the unhappy. Not that I can really feel much of a difference at the moment. We are going faster somehow. We're going quicker in all of this. There's definitely way more speed in it if I can get a clean lap together. final corner. Just keep it nail, or maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, don't want to lift. Should have lifted. We'll get told off for track limits, I think. Damn it, I really wanted to get that one. It didn't work. We're going to cross the line, and I think our tyres are going to be shot. I don't know how we've managed to completely blow the rear, just completely overheat the rear tyre. Oh, you're going to be in a really awkward place. No, you aren't. Thank you for staying out of the way. That was a lovely turn 1. See, if I could have done that last time around, we would have been golden. Oh, God. Slow down. Slow down. This section. Here we go. There has been a crash up ahead. For once, it's not for me. There is a new thing, and I'm sure we'll see it at some point. I was expecting to have it happen almost immediately. But there is a new, I think, element to the game. If you fall off the bike, you have to... Well, so you have to. There is a setting. Oh, we might be about to see it now. There we go. You got to wiggle on. I should have stopped turning in. I know what I should have done. If you fall off the bike, this is for demonstrative purposes. Absolutely. Fall off the bike, you can have this run back to pick it up and carry on animation. I kind of like it because it punishes the falling off aspect a little bit more. If you have just reset onto the bike, if you fall off, you only lose like a second or two. Whereas this time here, you lose a lot more realistic if you like. But yeah, I quite like that as an option. You can turn it off if it annoys the crap out of you, which some people may well do, but it is an interesting option to have nevertheless. I think we're done for here, really. We will just go and return to the pit with our bike because we're not going to be going any faster. The tyres are gone. So I guess we're live timing and we can skip forward. It's a little bit fiddly to get it to skip forward in time. I expected it... Oh, for God's sake. I think you have to hold down Y and it kind of goes forward gradually. It's a bit of a mess, but there we go. Hey, we got to qualify. I got an achievement. I don't know what for. I've done that already, I thought. Oh well. We have got an achievement. I swear I've qualified on pole before. I don't know. Anyway, let's go and do a race. So we will hopefully stand a chance here. What do I want to go? Do I go and stick it on? Tell you what. For our first run, seeing as everybody seems to prefer the medium tyres, maybe we'll be less. Maybe they'll be good for a couple of runs or something. I don't know. We'll give it a go on the medium tyres. This is where I fall off going into turn 1. Would anyone be surprised by that? No, I would not be surprised by that one either. Let's go and see what we can do with the bike. We should probably get used to it because we're not going to be running the race on soft tyres because I will kill them. I think I have this set, if I remember rightly, to be a sort of proportional tyre wear. So we're doing a 35% race here. So, I mean, realistically, was it a 9-lap race, 10-lap race, something like that? The tyres will be fine, but it is... Yeah, the tyre wear is scaled up for the shorter race. You seem to be really cooking the rear tyres. Am I doing something wrong? Probably. Oh, we have somebody at turn 1 again. Yep, I think I stay out of the way. They do. Thank you very much. Don't run too wide through there. So track limits. Let's talk about track limits. Sure, that's a big topic in motorsport at the moment. In this game, and in real-life MotoGP, I think they're very strict with track limits. They have a very set rule as far as where you can and can't go, and there's no question about it. Here, if you put a wheel over the edge of the curb, you will get pinged for track limits, and that lap time will go. And yeah, it's easy, very easy to do that when you're inexperienced like me, so we got to try and not play it too risky around here. When it comes to the race, we'll probably see it, because I'll inevitably jump over one at some point. You have like, I think it's 5 strikes before you start getting penalties, so you've got to be wary of this. Oh no, got on the throttle too soon. I was like blipping the throttle, trying to get it to a point that I shouldn't have been. I should have just waited. Hello everyone, we've made an accident. What are you doing? Why are you doing a burnout? Pick up the bike, you moron. Is that a teammate? I actually don't know who it was. Someone was doing a burnout next to us because they didn't know you're going to have a wobble. Is it gear? Forward gear. Forward gear would be good. We've made a bit of a mess of the qualifying session. I mean, this is what you were expecting me to fall the bike. Chance of me going through a 9-lap race. There is a rewind function which we'll probably use in the race a little bit because, I mean, this is me we're talking about here. We're likely to fall off and get into some form of trouble here. Oh, you're going to go past... No, don't race on qualifying. Don't race in qualifying. Don't race in qualifying. Do race in qualifying. It is inevitable. We will have a race in a qualifying session. Right. Let's see. Can we? I mean, do we want to follow an AI? No, not really. Can I have a look? No, don't bubble curbs. Curbs are bad. Don't be so aggressive with them. You will fall off. You will get into trouble. Do we look around the outside here? No. Oh! Hello! I wanted to go, and you were in the way. That would get me many penalties. They would be they would be rightly deserved as well for that particular. How I didn't fall off, I don't know. I was fully expecting to fall off as well, actually. Right. Oh, that's a bit wide. Turn 1. Might be able to somehow save this. Well, we should be able to scrape a lap together, Cole. We've got to get a lap in all of this. Oh, please turn. The slow speed corners are terrifying. There's a really different kind of struggle in the bike. It's very easy to have the front end, it's kind of like wash out, and you just fall over. You just fall off in a really stupid, slow way. Very annoying, that one. Now, be really careful with the rear brakes as well, get the back end moving around. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with the dual brakes. I just kind of try to figure it out, make it up as I go along, basically. Right, so here, it's such a fast corner. Oh, we're going to get pinged track limits. No, we didn't. I'm very surprised by that. I thought I was going to. We just got away with it. Okay, maybe we were allowed a little bit more off the curb than I realised. Get the front of the bike down on the ground, please. Here we go. What do we do? I mean, we're 27 seconds up on our best lap, but we did fall off on our best lap, so that's hardly a representative time. Can we swing that one through here? We can. I think we're 8/10 down on the fastest. Yeah, I don't think this has been a great lap for me particularly, but if we can finish it off strongly, that would be good. We never really could run onto the start-finish straight, to be honest with you, considering we were assisting somebody off their bike. Oh, no, that's very wide. There's a bit of circuit somewhere. I think we're going to go back onto the soft tyres, maybe. We seem to be better with them. Have we got that? No, not quite got that turn in. I think you can be flat out around there. I've just not got the turning point right. That's very wide. Yeah, I think very, very hot on the rear tyre. Again, what is the lap time going to be? It's going to be fairly good, actually. All things considered, we're up into 11th. That's something. Okay. Let's go back to the pits. We'll be lazy. We'll just do the old teleport. Do we go for... We've got 2 more sets of soft. We're never going to use them in a race, so let's go. Stick them on the bike. Let's just go to the track. We've fallen down the order a little bit. Alright, well, we know last time it was at 53.2, I think we got, and there was definitely more speed in it, so a 52 should be more than... I should be able to do that if I don't fall off, but we're going to get 1 lap. Nothing like the pressure of 1 lap to go. Try and not beans it and make a horrible mess of everything. Here we go. Alright, final corner. Yeah, so we just got way more grip with these. It is much easier flat out in the soft tyres through there. Of course, during the race is going to be a bit of a different story. We aren't going to be able to push for, quite as hard. I will say, like, fuel in this game is quite interesting. You run the bikes in rich power. I mean, for this, everything is going to be ran in rich. But come the race, the difference between the rich and sort of normal fuel maps is massive in terms of fuel burn, and I think quite effective in terms of lap time. So you're going to want to have some fuel to run it in rich, but you can't run it in there for too long. Like Formula 1, the difference isn't crazy, but the fuel burn difference isn't too bad. I mean, again, I'm no expert with that stuff, but there's some strategic elements, shall we say, to play around with. Oh, there we go. It's a little wide through there. Get a good exit, hopefully. With bikes, I don't know much about the bike racing, but it's all about the exit of the corners. Mid-corner speed isn't great with the bikes, but their acceleration is where their lap time comes from, so it's all about kind of, I think, anyway, it's how I approach it. Whether I'm right or not, I don't know. And I still don't get it right all the time, because I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but it's kind of focus on getting a good exit, get on the power soon. Not too soon, otherwise you fall over, but yeah, get on that power as soon as you can to get a good exit down a straight. Oh. Not like that, though. That's all sorts of wrong. So yeah, it just took me too long to get to the throttle because we were wandering a little bit wide. It's going to cost us a little bit of lap time, but we're still in contention for a good run. Got a big wiggle under brakes there. What was it? 52.9 now is pole position. Do we reckon we can go that fast? If I don't butcher up this next couple of corners, maybe. We're a little wide through all of that. We're on for a good lap, I think, though. Have a little lift on the way in. Just keep the bike to the inside. It's a really good final corner as well. I've had a good run. I've had a really good run. What is it going to be lap time-wise? Come on, can we do it? Can we put the bike on pole? I wasn't expecting to be able to, but, you know, we're in with a half a shout. It is pole by 7 thousandths. Oh, whoa, hello. We did a fall over as well. I was busy looking at the leaderboard, and I had also thought, oh, I didn't do that one. That one was not me. I had nothing to do with that one. You know what? Oh, come on, camera. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, someone else has fallen over. I have nothing to do with these falling overs. Next one. Fall over. Oh, yes, you did. What is going on? Are you going to fall over? I don't know who you are. Acosta has fallen over. What's happening? Is this because I'm stood on the outside? Can I ruin qualifying by standing on the outside of turn 1, just watching? I am spectator. Are you going to fall over? No. Out of the pit lane. Yes. What is going on? I was going to talk about the AI. I was going to wait for the race, but we might. You're through there nicely. Apparently leaving the pit lane, everyone falls over. All right, we'll return to the pits. And we are on pole. We actually did take a pole position by 7 thousandths of a second. I wasn't expecting that, but cool. All right, time to do some racing. This is not going to go well necessarily. It is at least dry. I did set it to dynamic weather, so we could have had a wet race. Consumption check. I do not want to have soft tyres on my bike. Thank you very much. We will go with medium, and we will go with medium to make it last the length of the race. I think we're good to go. I think we should be good. Oh, yes, you can just go, when you go to go race it, it'll make sure you got the tyres you want. Here we go. So we've got our little grid. Oh, let's see what we can. I like the mighty wig on the BMW. Sure, I'm probably not going to be first by turn 1, but that's okay. We can maybe work our way through the pack. Let's go and see what happens. We are off and underway. Bike, come down. Don't want to be doing that. We've not had a terrible start, actually. Am I going to be able to turn into this first corner? No, we're going to leave some space. Because if I turn in too much and we bump somebody, we're going to fall off. I felt at the outside, I guess maybe you're supposed to almost like sweep down into the first corner. I was just playing it carefully because I don't want to fall off. Is that a teammate? Someone has fallen off behind. Right, so I was going to talk about the AI because we might see, in the background of my office, a cat's knocked over a box. Of course they have. Distracto Cat is in full effect. Not normally a problem you have at the start of a bike race, but never mind. Thankfully the cardboard hit. Nothing important in the office. I just saw it moving out the corner of my eye. Sorry, racing time, yes. The AI. Some races you get really good AI. Sometimes they're derpy as anything, because we've already seen at turn 1. I've had one race where literally, I think I was about 8th, and everybody in front of me just fell over. All I had to do was drive around and not crash the bike, and everyone just fell off, and I took the win. It's like, well, sure. I mean, that's one way to go about it, but not as thrilling. I've had sometimes where the AI have had really good racing, and sometimes where they've just not paid any attention to where I am whatsoever. They just completely crowd me out of the track. Oh, power mode. Go back to a normal power mode. Don't run it in 3 the whole race. You will run out of fuel long before the end. So we'll go back into a normal one. I've been a little bit cautious on this first lap, actually. Just trying to make sure I don't fall off, because I don't want to fall off particularly. Oh, and someone has gone in front of us. That puts me to 4th. Briefly, we're going to lose it. Are we going to have a good battle? We always hope for an exciting race. Oh, outside of the final corner. No. That's asking for massive amounts of trouble. If you want to try that. We do still get a pretty good run, though. Here we go. Might be able to get a run on you down towards the first corner. Can I shuffle back across again? I hope so. There's a gear. Okay, we've got massively good run down here. Oh, the speed! I like having all of the speed now. Don't have a massive crash into the first corner on the second lap. There we go. Missed the apex a little bit, but still carried half decent speed. Actually, really quick through this. Again, I like this track overall. The first section is good fun on a bike, for sure. I mean, it's good fun with a car as well. Not that I've driven this circuit very often. I think Project Cars 2 might be the only place I've driven it with a car. Maybe. Someone else has fallen off. Wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it either, which is always important. Can't be... Oh, hello. Don't be doing that, bike. That's the last thing that we need. Don't want to have a big off. I think it was actually just the rear wheel on the curb there that got the better of me. Now, carry speed through here, but get on the brakes. Probably shouldn't be braking while it's still leant over so much. That probably won't help with the old accident-prone me. No wheelies over the crest. That's good. Only a little wheelie. That's fine. No real time lost through that. Go blazing up the hill. We seem to have pretty good straight line speed. I don't know if that's something I've done. I presume not. Engine mode is still... We've actually got loads of laps of fuel now. The fuel is a funny thing to balance, so we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that nearer the end of the race. We might have to stick it in the old rich... We might want to stick it in the old rich mode to try and chase down these vehicles if we want a podium, which we do. I mean, we want to win if I've got the pace to do it. Come on. My rear tyre is really, really warm. I swear I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe I'm doing something weird now. I don't know. It hasn't done that previous. Maybe I should have gone with a hard tyre at the back. Is it going to make my bike undrivable? Maybe. We shall find out soon. Again, really, really good straight line speed from me. Not going to... I don't think I'm going to be able to make it a pass around the outside of turn 1. I'm not quite close enough. I might be able to make... Oh... Nope. Okay. We're a little wide through there. It's been a little kinder on track limits than I was expecting. I was expecting to get, again, I was expecting to get a ping. I guess we didn't really gain much time through that one. If we can get a good run up here... Oh, no, we got on the curb. That one... Oh! God. I'm pretty sure we got airtime there going back onto the circuit. Oh no, again, that might be the rear, that might be the overheating rear tyre as well. We're suddenly getting very squirrely under braking down there. Come on. Oh, my tyre. Looking at the number of laps at a 7-lap race. Okay, so we're still not at half distance yet, and my tyres are looking poorly. We're exploring all of the track. Have I turned off track limit stuff by accident? Maybe. We'll get that nose down. Don't want to be wheeling over the crest when we're behind somebody. Where can we be making a move? I really think turn 2 is where I'm going to be doing it, really. Up here is dicey. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to ever get past up this corner. Though we might get a good exit. We do get a fairly good exit. And if we click all the way through here, could we have a... Again, we're always looking for a place to make a pass stick. It's not quite going to happen there, is it? We're too far back. I'm taking a really different line to the bikes ahead. I'm still making good speed, which is something. This is what I said, I find with the bikes is that there's... I mean, real racing as well to an extent, there's often a couple of different ways to make overtakes work, and that makes it for exciting racing, although we might go for a really... At the end of all this, we might go for a fairly straightforward pass of just better run out of the final corner, slipstream down the straight. I've not got the small change of direction correct. I think this is one thing I do struggle with the bikes. So, oh, hello. That was brave. I'm out on the curb. I want that place back from you. Thank you very much. Can we have a dive up the inside here? Oh, that door's going to shut. So one of the things I struggle with a little bit is the smooth steering with the analog stick. And I've talked about this before when I'm driving. Oh! Now that one there was not on me. I tried to give as much space as I could. There's the track limits warning. I was pushed off that. What was I going to say? Yes, driving style. When I'm on racing games, I tend to flick the analog stick because I can't do the really, really fine, or I struggle to do the really fine movements. So I find sort of like the flicking of the analog stick does the job essentially, but that doesn't really work on a bike. So I'm struggling. It can work on a bike, but doing like the really fine controls, I do struggle to get to grips with a little bit. I mean, I'm finding a method that works to an extent. A kind of a combination of trying to be smooth with the analog stick and a little bit of kind of flicking it around, and it kind of works-ish. We'll see how it goes to the end of this race. We're up in third. We could have had second there. Well, we had second very briefly, but it was a brave dive. I think my tyres are dying. I don't even know if the rear one's going to make it, to be honest with you. Here, I'm massively concerned. I'm hoping everyone else is in as bad a place as me with tyres. We've got a second gap back almost to the bike behind. Someone has fallen off behind us. We're again getting this really good run out of the final corner. Do we have a dive at turn 1? That is the question. Do we go for a rich fuel mode as well? Maybe we go for the next lap in normal, and then the lap after do we go for it and see what happens. We've done 52.9 in the race, that's not too bad. Oh, don't run too wide through there. I'm worried about hitting the curves with my tyres being shot. I say that as I literally abuse the inside curb. That time we're up the inside and we're going to fall. Ah. Bugger. You know, we can be cheeky. Yes, let's go do... Oh, no, I can't be cheeky because I left it too late. Pick up the bike. Come on. Go. Go. Pick it up. Is it broken?
So whilst we wait for the cameras to take
No! My bike broke! I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Take a quick look at the Moto3 class final stand.
That's actually really cool. I always like a game that has proper mechanical failures. And we don't see that very often. I'm pleased. I actually... It's weird. I've DNF'd out of a race that I could have well had a podium or a victory, etc. But I like that is a thing that the game does. Is that if you do crash something, you can have proper, say, mechanical failures. That was a fairly small crash, but obviously enough to knock the bike out. It makes career modes more interesting, more exciting when you always have that risk. But there we go. That was going to feel out. It was a really good race up until that point. That's quite good fun. I will quickly go and jump on one of the big scary bikes. Let's go. I like Assen. This is a fun circuit. I kind of know this one as well on the bikes. I know nothing about any of these bikes, so I'm going to drive the most orange one that I can find. Yes. I want the orange bike because that's better, and this will basically scare the crap out of me for a couple of minutes. I was just about the AI as well with it. Sometimes they give you room, sometimes they don't. That one, I felt like I could have been given a little bit more room. I was probably being a bit ambitious of the inside as well. There are probably things that I could have done that could have stopped that from falling over. There were things the AI could have done, i.e. not turning, and giving me a bit more space as well. But it's all kind of learning. Now, we go from what was a fairly sensible vehicle. Oh, hello, you've got a lot more power and a much, much bigger brakes. Right, now we go at silly speeds and I have a panic when we get to a corner because this thing is very quick now. It's savagely fast. We are way too early on the brakes, still not got the corner right. So yeah, these are the main purpose of the game. And I'm still learning on the babby bikes, basically, because these things, yeah, they're incredibly fast. I mean, I've always had a lot of respect for the MotoGP, for the racers on these, because they're ridiculously fast vehicles. God, that's not how I take that corner. And it's, as I said, it's just a completely different challenge to what I'm used to. Moto3 bikes are tough as it is, and you got this thing that is hurtling along. There's a corner up here somewhere, and there's a lot of grip in this. Let's try and get the change direction. It's all about kind of setting up. I think that taking me a while to learn, and I'm still nowhere near clever enough with, is kind of setting up the bike for a corner. You kind of turn in a different way to how you do with a car. You've got to get kind of leant over, so your turning points are completely different and everything. It's, yeah, a very different experience, but I have been really enjoying it, and I think that's the main takeaway from this game. I have been enjoying trying to figure it out. As I said, I'm by no means an expert and haven't played MotoGP games before. Would I recommend this one? Yeah, I would. I've had a lot of fun trying to figure out how to ride these bikes. There is plenty of assists to help you with learning it, and that is always helpful if you are, you know, very, very inexperienced. There's plenty of interest in the career mode. Oh, God. No! There's plenty of terrifying slides across the track on your arse when it inevitably goes wrong. My bike, you know what, I'm going to go to restart a flying lap because my bike's a long way down the pit straight and I'm lazy and can't be bothered to run for it. Oh, there's scratches on it. But yeah, it is a good fun, it's a good fun experience. It is certainly difficult and will take me a lot longer. I probably will end up playing some more of this outside of just doing videos for it. Because I'm enjoying the challenge. Let's try and slow you down for... Nope, that's... Where am I going? That's not how you do turn one at all. Right, that curve there wasn't too mean. Panic and figure out what we're doing. So yeah, I would give this game a recommendation. You know, if you've played all the previous MotoGP games, then I don't know how much of a difference there is between them all. I mean, The main difference I noticed with this one to the previous one is the running to pick up your bike. I'm sure there are a lot more. As I said, the only thing I did with the previous one was play some multiplayer races. That is absolutely terrifying down there. You know what? Can I just get some sort of control? This thing is very fast. So I can't even look at the speedo. That's how quick we're going down that straight to figure out how terrifyingly fast I'm going. I'm gonna stick with the Moto 3 bikes for a while, because I'm definitely not ready for the. Yeah, I should have stopped turning in. I just saw it bobbling, and now we're gonna go play in the gravel trap. I'm not ready for MotoGP bikes yet. I can just about deal with the Moto 3. It's gonna take a while of learning. But as I said, I like that. I like that about this game. It's a completely fresh challenge. The AI can be a little derpy at times. It can give you really good racing, can be a nuisance. Pretty much. There's also an element of me not knowing what I'm doing in all of that. So, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.